My great-grandfather started as a general farm. Most everything was general farms back then during the Depression. Enough for them to sustain themselves. They did a little bit of everything. But my great-grandfather had a passion for apples. So he had about 2 or 3 acres, which was a lot of apples back then. When you get into World War II era and afterwards, growers started specializing, just dairy, just beef, just vegetable guys, and just fruit growers. So when my grandfather took it over, he turned it into an apple and peach operation. And he got it up to a couple hundred acres. My uncle, my father got it up to about 350, 400, and we now have about 450 to 500, and with my generation. And we still have the same farm area, the homestead. We just bought that back a few years ago. So we got the whole old farmstead back. We still got the original rubber tire tractor from 1947. It's sitting in the back here from my grandfather's era. So it's cool, a lot of history. This has been an operation, it used to be just mostly wholesale over the years. We've changed it into more wholesale, retail, U-pick, and entertainment, other entertainment. And we don't just have all our eggs in one basket of just apples and peaches. We are now very diversified. We have apples, peaches, cherries, berries, and the entertainment. So economically, we're more viable than we ever used to be. We're not a slave to the wholesale market. Well, I do a lot of wholesale, tens of thousands of bushels of wholesale, but we're not a slave to it anymore. So I think that's what saved this farm. This operation is 365 days a year. I think I've had a longer conversation with you two ladies than I have with my girlfriend, and I don't know how long. It's myself and 3 cousins that are owners. We've gotten it over the years from our parents, my father and his brother. We are 4th generation. My daughter's running U-pick operations. She's 5th generation. And there's other of my cousins that also have kids here. Without everybody pitching in, none of this can happen. I do all the fruit growing, but I have another cousin that does all the marketing. The other one does like the mechanic work and the market. The other one does entertainment. So we couldn't do it without each other. We are 7 days a week, and that's usually from about June all the way through November. And it's 80, 90-hour days. A farmer's not a job description, it's a way of life. You know, we're in by 6:30, 7 o'clock, maybe 6 if there's a tractor and trailer that comes in. We're lucky to get a half-hour lunch if we get a lunch. We're lucky to get dinner, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the evenings. Go home, get a shower, get something to eat. Bam, down for the count and back up at 5:30, 6 o'clock. I grow about 30 different varieties of apples. And within those, there's different strains. Like there's Red Delicious, there must be hundreds of strains. So I'll grow 5 different strains of Reds, 5 different strains of Gala, that kind of thing. So multiple amounts. Honeycrisp. I think everybody almost would agree on that one. I'm taking out Reds and Golds to put more Honeycrisp in, let's put it that way.